Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, and this is going to be a tiny video. It's about Illumina. There have been a few developments, and we are getting ready for another board battle by Carl Icahn. I'll tell you the whole scoop. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. I've been going through a whole lot of press releases from different sources, and there's a pattern that comes out. And I think the logical result was for Carl Icahn to say that he's going to launch another proxy battle. So with that said, let me recount all the key points. We had a couple of law firms announcing class action lawsuits against Illumina. I spoke about that in my previous video. I also spoke earlier in one of my videos about Carl Icahn's own case against the CEO and the chairman of the board and the board of directors of Illumina for the Grail issue. Now, it was a sealed suit, and it was in a Delaware court. And somewhere recently, while speaking in a conference, Carl Icahn is supposed to have said that it pertains to Grail. And as a result of which, these class action lawsuit people are also stepping up their action. So that's the background. And that's where we left it last time. Since then, what has happened is that Illumina has disclosed that there is external interest in Grail, and they claim that they had it even before EU announced that they should divest Grail. So basically, they said we have everything in place, we have clients in place to buy Illumina. And they also disclosed that they have filed a Section 10 disclosure to SEC confidentially, explaining how they plan to divest Grail. On the news of all that, the share price went up. And now what we have is Carl Icahn saying that he's going to fight for ouster of remaining board members, legacy board members. So his reasoning is as follows. Earlier, when Jacob Theissen was selected as CEO, Carl Icahn had said that he had full confidence in Jacob Theissen and that he could do a good job. And Carl Icahn has not changed his opinion on that. What he has changed his opinion on is triggered by the fact that Illumina has now openly acknowledged that it's going to divest from Grail. And now that this decision has been made public, the next step for Carl Icahn, this triggers Carl Icahn's next step. Carl Icahn says that he wants to make sure that the legacy board members are ousted because they cannot be trusted to do a good divestment of Grail. So that's his logic. I mean, if you look at the previous board members and their involvement in enabling not only Grail acquisition to happen before EU approval, but to continue fighting EU and FTC while the shares dropped almost 65 to 75% from their peak, it seems very, very irresponsible. And any board that had played along with the CEO on that kind of a venture cannot be trusted. And that's, I think, I'm paraphrasing the logic of Carl Icahn, but I agree with him. I think he needs to try and take out the other board members as well. But at the same time, we want the board members to be impartial, and they have to be neutral and look at the best interest of the company. We can't have all the board members loyal to Carl Icahn, and that will be a different problem altogether. So let us see how things proceed. And before I leave, I want to just quickly visit the TradingView platform, look at the price chart for Illumina and see how the market is reacting to all this news. In my opinion, all of this is positive news because it shows that people who can make a difference in Illumina at senior levels are focused on the fact that Illumina is in trouble and they know what needs to be done, and they have started taking steps moving in the right direction. So I'm thinking it is all bullish. Let us see what the market thinks. As you can see here, we have the price chart for Illumina. And earlier I had drawn a cup and handle target of 128.52 that has been met and exceeded. Now we are having a new development out here. Today, we saw a huge jump in Illumina, which was 8%. I think Illumina is going to put its problems behind, and we can see the beginning of a new bull channel out here. Let me draw the bull channel for you. I'm just going to make sure that we connect the right bottoms. So here we are. So this I think is the new bull channel, and we are on top of all the exponential moving averages. Today we went on top of the 100-day exponential moving average, so that's amazing. The only thing we need to go on top of is the 200-day exponential moving average, but this gives me a lot of hope that everything is going well. For Illumina, the RSI is a bit overbought, so tomorrow we can we can see a bit of sideways movement for the RSI to cool down. There have been instances where Illumina has been above the RSI, I'm sure, in the past, and there is this instance out here and this one out here. I think we are going into this kind of a sentiment for Illumina in the next week or so. So I think everything is looking good for us here. I don't see any other technical patterns here to talk about. MACD is looking pretty good. It's nice and it's pretty strong. But I have to say that it has jumped over a resistance out here, which in the past it had fallen below. So it has shown extreme strength to reach where it has today. But I think it's due for a correction, a little bit of correction, but I think it will continue to stay above this diagonal line of support. So that's what I would like to say about Illumina, my friends. So that was my brief video, and I would like to hear from you guys. What do you think about Illumina? Do you have it in your portfolio? I managed to snag around 10 Illumina. I don't remember the cost price. And I would also like to give you an update about what I told you yesterday was my plan. I told you that my plan was to buy FNGU if the market went up, and I bought my FNGU. I started early in the morning, but I couldn't get anything for less than 37.5. I'm still waiting to see what is my total cost, but my portfolio is looking green as it pertains to Illumina. My portfolio is looking green as pertains to CRISPR Therapeutics. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the two of them. They are doing well. Exxon is also in the positive, which I had bought earlier. Walmart is also in the positive, which I had bought earlier. So those are all doing very well. I'll keep posted on the updates to you, and I would like to hear from you about your thoughts on Grail and what you're doing with it, and whether you agree with my analysis or you have another take on this, or if I have missed out something. With that, my friends, I'd like to end this video here. Bye for now.